If you were an NFL GM in 2023 with the 12th overall pick, would you dare take a chance on a running back? That's exactly what the Detroit Lions did with Jir Gibbs. Was it a genius move or a huge gamble? Let's break down the biggest hits, misses, and surprises from the 2023 draft. Most experts thought the Lions were crazy to pick running back Jir Gibbs at 12, especially after Bejian Robinson was already gone. Many mock drafts didn't have Gibbs in the first round. Yet, 2 years in, Gibbs is making history alongside David Montgomery with 10-plus rushing touchdowns in back-to-back seasons, showcasing game-changing speed and agility. But was this pick just luck, or did the Lions see something others missed? Meanwhile, the NFL has been watching rookies like Bryce Young, Stroud, and Anthony Richardson fight to prove themselves early in their careers. Some are dazzling with early success, while others struggle through ups and downs. Alongside them, exciting new defensive talents and offensive linemen are changing how teams build for the future. The 2023 draft was full of bold moves and unexpected turns, and the stories are just getting started. The bold move by the Detroit Lions. Most experts thought the Lions were crazy to pick running back Jir Gibbs at 12, especially after Bejian Robinson was already gone. Many mock drafts didn't have Gibbs in the first round. Yet, 2 years in, Gibbs is making history alongside David Montgomery with 10-plus rushing touchdowns in back-to-back seasons, showcasing game-changing speed and agility. But was this pick just luck, or did the Lions see something others missed? The Lions, led by GM Brad Holmes and coach Dan Campbell, knew exactly what they wanted when they selected Gibbs. They trusted his unique skill set and ability to change the game in ways other running backs in the class couldn't. Gibbs has since become a vital part of the Lions' offense, proving doubters wrong with explosive plays and consistent production. His ability to break tackles and find seams shows an instinct beyond his years. Despite the declining value of running backs in recent NFL drafts, Detroit went against the grain and doubled down where others hesitated. This move highlighted not just confidence in Gibbs, but a bold vision for their team's future. And it's paying off. While other players taken before him have had mixed results, Gibbs is carving out a legacy that could define the Lions' offense for years. It's a reminder that sometimes the smartest risks are the ones less traveled. And with the way he's heating up, Lions fans might just be witnessing the start of something special. Bryce Young's rocky start and redemption. Bryce Young, picked first overall by the Carolina Panthers in the 2023 NFL Draft, entered the league with sky-high expectations. After an electrifying college career where he won the Heisman Trophy, fans expected him to light up the NFL from day one. However, his rookie season proved to be a tough adjustment. Young struggled with passing yards, throwing just 2,877 yards with 11 touchdowns, and was intercepted 10 times across 16 games. To make things worse, he was sacked on more than 10% of his dropbacks, highlighting the challenges of facing a weak offensive line. His rookie campaign was rough, but the real shock came at the start of 2024. In the first game, his opening pass was picked off, setting the tone for a challenging start. After a crushing 26-3 loss to the Chargers in Week 2, the Panthers benched Young, shocking him and fans alike. Those early struggles painted a bleak picture, with Carolina having one of the worst third-down conversion rates in over 30 years. Young's numbers were alarming. Just 245 passing yards in 2 games, 0 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, culminating in a quarterback rating of 8.9 against a tough Chargers defense. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. By Week 8, Young was back as the starter, showing signs of the poised, calm quarterback the Panthers had drafted. In a comeback game against Denver, he threw for 224 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Not perfect, but promising. The real transformation came the final stretch of the season, starting Week 16, where Young put up impressive numbers, 158 yards and 2 touchdowns without any picks against Arizona. He followed that with 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions beating Tampa Bay, then capped it all off with a 251-yard, 3-touchdown masterpiece against Atlanta, all without throwing a single interception. He even added 2 rushing touchdowns, showing his versatility. This dramatic turnaround made fans wonder, was this finally the Bryce Young they expected? A rookie who seemed lost early on, now finishing the season like a franchise quarterback? Panthers fans have every reason to feel hopeful as they look ahead to 2025. Young's rocky start, followed by a strong redemption, is a powerful reminder that sometimes greatness takes time to emerge. C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr., Houston's dynamic duo. Houston struck gold with picks 2 and 3. C.J. Stroud's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular, boasting elite ball security and dizzying passing stats. We're talking 4,181 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and somehow only 5 interceptions in 15 games. His 1% interception rate was the lowest in the entire NFL, and that's crazy ball security for a rookie. Offensive Rookie of the Year was a lock, and his name was even thrown in the MVP conversation to see what he's done with this team and just how he's changed the whole culture. He's given the city hope, having a guy like him who can go put points on the board. There have been tons of clips floating around showing Stroud breaking down defenses, explaining coverages, and discussing play concepts. This guy trains and approaches the game like a 10-year vet. But 2024 did have some growing pains. Sophomore slump, some might say. His numbers dipped across the board. 3,727 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions over the full 17-game season. His yards per game dropped, touchdown percentage fell, interception percentage climbed, and he took more sacks behind a struggling offensive line. Even with that regression, Stroud guided the Texans to the playoffs, where they knocked out the Chargers before eventually falling to the Chiefs. After 2 seasons, the Texans have to feel great about landing their franchise quarterback. But the Texans weren't done after grabbing Stroud. They actually traded up to get the 3rd pick, snagging Alabama edge rusher Will Anderson Jr. Anderson came to Houston with a solid college resume, 34.5 sacks and 63 tackles for a loss at Alabama. That kind of production works at any level. As a rookie in 2023, he wasted no time living up to the hype, putting up 7 sacks in 13 starts and getting to the quarterback 22 times. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year and made the Pro Bowl. The way he stopped the run while still getting after the quarterback showed his game was complete right from the start. In year 2, Anderson continued playing at a high level. Even though he only played in 14 games in 2024, his sack total jumped up to 11. His quick first step and hand fighting let him beat offensive tackles in many different ways. But what makes him special compared to other pass rushers is how he prepares. His film study and professional mindset give him the real edge. He figures out plays quickly and doesn't make mental mistakes too often. With Stroud running the offense and Anderson leading the defense, the Texans have built a foundation that should keep them in the mix for many years to come. Those back-to-back draft picks in 2023 might go down as one of the best draft hauls we have seen in a long time. Anthony Richardson, potential versus reality. The Colts gambled on Anthony Richardson's raw physical talent at pick 4, despite questionable accuracy and limited college production. His NFL career so far has been a roller coaster. Flashes of brilliance hampered by inconsistency, injuries, and time on the sidelines. In 2023, he only played 4 games due to a shoulder injury, finishing with 577 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. His best game came in Week 4 against the Rams, where he threw for 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a solid 98.7 passer rating, though he completed just 11 of 25 passes. Heading into 2024, hype was at a fever pitch, but what followed was another roller coaster ride. In 11 games, Richardson threw for 1,814 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, often showing flashes of brilliance but struggling with accuracy. Week 1 showcased promise with 212 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing score. Yet Week 2 dropped to 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Staying healthy has also been challenging, missing 17 games due to concussions, back problems, and even being benched for focus issues. The Colts are still trying to figure out if they can build around Richardson for the future. The physical tools are undeniable, with an arm talent that seems off the charts, but the consistency and mental game are still a work in progress. Richardson represents the classic high upside but risky draft pick, where the potential is tantalizing, but the reality has been a mixed bag. Whether he can harness his talent and stay on the field will determine if he becomes the franchise savior or another headline of what could have been. Defensive stars rising: Devin Witherspoon and Jalen Carter. Seattle's Devin Witherspoon quickly made a name for himself as a defensive powerhouse, with a rookie season that stunned fans and analysts alike. His highlight reel moment came in Week 4, when he intercepted a pass and returned it 97 yards to the house. But Witherspoon isn't just a one-play wonder. Across 14 games, he racked up 3 sacks, 79 tackles, and broke up 16 passes, showing remarkable consistency and impact. Some even argued he deserved the Defensive Rookie of the Year over Will Anderson. Seattle's confidence in him only grew as he made his second straight Pro Bowl in 2024, tallying 98 tackles, 9 pass breakups, and a sack. His tackling stands out especially, with the most tackles for a cornerback in 2024, while limiting receptions to just 63, ranked 6th best in his position. But despite these numbers, there was a noticeable dip in his overall influence during his second year, leaving fans to wonder if he's still on an upward trajectory or if he has hit his peak. On the other side of the country, Philadelphia found a defensive juggernaut in Jalen Carter. A 2-time national champion and All-American at Georgia, Carter didn't need eye-popping stats to dominate. His elite run-stopping and ability to get pressure even against double teams raised eyebrows. In his rookie year, Carter posted 6 sacks, 33 tackles, and even scored a defensive touchdown, finishing second in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. Year 2 saw him take an enormous leap with 4.5 sacks and 42 tackles. His impact extended beyond the stat sheet, consistently collapsing the pocket from the inside, forcing quarterbacks into errors they hate the most. His clutch performances in playoff moments, including 2 critical sacks against the Rams, were game-changing. Even Patrick Mahomes struggled under Carter's relentless pressure in the Super Bowl. When Aaron Donald compared him to himself, that's about as high praise as a defensive player can receive. Carter is not just living up to the hype, he's creating serious buzz as a future Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Together, Witherspoon and Carter represent a new generation of defensive stars, shaping their team's identities and reminding everyone that defense still wins championships. Offensive linemen, the game changers behind the scenes. Paris Johnson Jr. of Arizona and Darnell Wright of Chicago are proving why investing high draft picks in offensive linemen pays off. Johnson showed flashes but still has room to grow, while Wright has become a rock-solid anchor in a rebuilding Bears offense. On the flip side, Tennessee's Peter Skorsky has yet to display the complete package teams expect from a high pick, highlighting just how critical the trenches truly are in the NFL. Offensive linemen don't often get the spotlight, but they're the ones controlling the game's tempo and protecting the quarterback. Johnson, drafted 6th overall, is mostly living up to the hype. Pro Football Focus ranked him as the 12th best tackle in the league for 2024, putting him solidly among the upper tier for his position. However, he still gave up 4 sacks last season, ranking 96th among tackles. That inconsistency shows that while talent is evident, refinement and experience are vital at this level. Meanwhile, Darnell Wright is quietly becoming a cornerstone for the Bears. Leveled out as the 16th best offensive tackle in 2024 and 7th best in run blocking by Pro Football Focus, Wright brings stability in a Bears team struggling with constant changes. His ability to rarely miss a block adds a vital element for Chicago's offense. However, Tennessee Titans pick Peter Skorsky traces a different path. Skorsky's numbers suggest he struggles especially with run blocking, ranking 107th, which raises concerns about his overall impact. When selecting a high draft pick for the interior line, franchises expect transformational talent, not just a decent starter. The Titans may find themselves still searching for that impact player to anchor their offensive front. Yet, the importance of the offensive line cannot be overstated. As legendary coach Bill Parcells once said, When the offensive line is great, it permeates the entire building. That's the foundation every championship team builds on. In an era where college football often produces fewer NFL-ready linemen, these players become even more valuable. Their work may go unnoticed in fantasy leagues, but every team lives and dies by the strength of their trenches. Bejian Robinson and the Falcons' offensive engine. The Falcons' Bejian Robinson wasted no time proving his value. With nearly 1,900 total yards and 15 touchdowns in just his second season, Robinson is quickly becoming one of the league's most dangerous three-down backs. Yet, the Falcons' 8-9 record highlights a bigger problem. They aren't feeding him the ball enough. His receiving skills add another layer to his threat, making him indispensable if they play their cards right. In college, Robinson was unstoppable for the Longhorns, putting up 1,580 rushing yards and 20 total touchdowns in 2022 alone. And that production carried right over to the NFL. Robinson dancing around, and he has the football. Puts a move on Robinson. He's going to have his first NFL touchdown. His rookie year showed that he was a serious dual threat with 1,463 yards from scrimmage and 8 touchdowns in 2023. But year number 2 is when this guy really took off. 1,887 total yards and 15 touchdowns in 2024, making the Pro Bowl and establishing himself as one of the NFL's best running backs. Big pull left side, breaking the tackle inside the 30. Like we said, he is the engine. Second and goal. Robinson again. Matthews with the block. That is a touchdown. The thing that's really impressive to me is he's doing all of this on a mediocre team. I mean, the Falcons went 7-10 in 2023 and then 8-9 in 2024. Defenses know he's getting the ball, and they still cannot stop him. The problem in Atlanta that I'm seeing, at least as a neutral viewer, is that you need to get this guy the ball a lot more. Tyler Algier should not be touching the ball more than a couple times a game when Bejian is clearly the better player. PFF ranks him as the second best running back in the entire league for 2024 with a 92.8 overall grade, only behind Derrick Henry. His receiving skills make him even more dangerous. He's a three-down back who, in my opinion, shouldn't come off the field too often. Robinson saved his best for last in 2024, shredding the Panthers' defense for 170 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. The way he moves so quickly in tight spaces makes defenders miss constantly, creating big plays even when the blocking isn't too great. Young, Stroud, and Robinson are 3 guys that you can't really blame teams for taking ahead of Gibbs, even with a bit of hindsight. But it's definitely going to be interesting watching these 2 running backs battle it out over these upcoming season. It could be like the whole Barry Sanders versus Emmitt Smith situation all over again. A decade of highlights with 2 guys fighting for that top spot. Draft reflections and the future outlook. Looking back, the 2023 draft delivered a mix of undeniable game changers, underwhelming performances, and plenty of what-ifs. While some picks like Jir Gibbs silenced doubters, others still need time to prove themselves. The Lions showed that sometimes trusting your gut pays off, even if experts disagree. The drama isn't over. These players and their teams are just getting started, and the next few seasons will be wildly entertaining. The 2023 draft was a roller coaster of surprises, hits, and misses that remind us how unpredictable football can be. Whether it was a rookie QB's redemption arc or a running back lighting up the league despite the odds, each pick tells a story. So, if you could go back in time, would you change your pick or stick with your gut like the Lions? Drop your thoughts below and get ready, because the battles for NFL supremacy are just heating up. The 2023 NFL Draft was nothing short of a roller coaster, packed with surprises, unexpected stars, and some real head-scratchers. From Jir Gibbs lighting up the Lions' offense to Bryce Young's rocky but inspiring comeback in Carolina, this class has shown us how unpredictable and thrilling the journey to NFL stardom can be. The Texans' duo of C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. has already established a new foundation of hope for Houston, while Anthony Richardson's raw potential keeps fans guessing about what might be possible. On the defensive side, stars like Devin Witherspoon and Jalen Carter are making waves, setting the tone for their teams for years to come. Meanwhile, The importance of strong offensive linemen like Paris Johnson Jr. and Darnell Wright reminds us that success isn't just about flashy plays. It's also built in the trenches. Bejian Robinson's emergence as a dominant, versatile back shows the value of giving true playmakers the ball and the trust to deliver. Reflecting on all these picks, it's clear the draft is as much art as it is science. The Lions' gamble on Gibbs is proof that trusting your gut can pay off when the experts don't see the full picture. As these players grow into their roles and the storylines unfold, the 2023 draft class promises to provide a decade of highlights and debates. So, if you could rewind time, would you stick with your pick or make a different call? Let us know what you think in the comments, because the drama is just getting started and these young stars are ready to light up the gridiron in the seasons ahead.